I focus on me being the best that I could possibly be. Because I know if I'm on my game, there's nobody out here that's going to be able to deal with everything that I bring. God willing, we get through King Tug. He's more technically sound than a lot of the other guys that's competing right now. There's a couple of people that I definitely want to fight. Got a decent little hit list. I'll love a match with Leo Santa Cruz. If we can't get that fight, I'm definitely planning on moving up in weight. Straight to 35. Of course. I think I bring too much of a challenge, too much of a threat, too much intellect, too much speed, too much power, bring generalship. If he come across me, I'm gonna burn his ass up. I'm gonna burn him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to Allentown, Pennsylvania, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the official weigh-in for tomorrow night's big night of action, brought to you by TGB Promotions, Kings Promotions, and Showtime, as sponsored by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. Well, we'll start with our opening attraction on Showtime. It is scheduled 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Featherweight World Title Eliminator, brought to you in association with Samson Boxing. Please welcome the fighters to the stage at this time. First, from Juncos, Puerto Rico, hard-hitting WBA #2 ranked Super Featherweight World contender. Please welcome JAYSON Maravilla VELEZ. And we invite his opponent to the stage at this time, the power-punching fighter from Miami by way of Corundu, Panama. Knockout-minded world contender, please welcome Jaimito Arboleda. Let's bring our fighters to the scale at this time. Weight limit on this fight is 130 pounds. First, with a record of 29 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. He has 21 big wins coming by way of knockout. Hard-hitting and dangerous. Please welcome JAYSON Maravilla VELEZ.
I'm going to talk about it is coming down a weight, you need to weigh easy. And then the same thing about the style. So,
initial weight for VELEZ, slightly over the limit. Half pound over the limit. He'll have just about 1 hour. I'll check with Greg Serb. 1 hour in order to make that 130-pound weight limit. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, 15-1 with 13 big wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the crowd-pleasing dynamic contender, introducing Jaimito Arboleda. $129.5 pounds, 129.5 pounds for Jaime Arboleda. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Jaime Arboleda, JAYSON VELEZ. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Featherweight World Title Eliminator, opening up our big night of action tomorrow night on Showtime. All right, fans, here we go, continuing with our official weigh-in as Premier Boxing Champions presents our fighters in our co-main event of the evening. It is 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBA Bantamweight Championship of the World. We welcome our fighters to the stage at this time. First, fighting out of Panama City by way of Maracay, Venezuela. ranked the WBA #1, bantamweight world contender, the former WBA super flyweight champion of the world, Liborio Solis.
Yay, yay.
And his opponent we invite to the stage at this time, fighting out of Miami by way of Santiago de Cuba. He's ranked the WBA #2 bantamweight world contender, the former unified 122-pound champion of the world, known as the Jackal, Guillermo El Chacal Rigondeaux. And we invite our fighters to the scale at this time. This vacant world title championship is bantamweight, 118 pounds weight limit. With a record of 30 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, he has 1 no decision with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He'll be making his 6th world title appearance. Please welcome the former world champion, Liborio Solis. 117.8 pounds. We'll call that 117 3/4 pounds for the former world champion, Liborio Solis. And now his opponent moving down in weight to challenge for the vacant title. Record 19-1, 1 no contest, 13 wins coming by way of knockout in his 11th world title appearance. Please welcome the popular former world champion, Guillermo El Chacal Rigondeaux. 117.4 pounds for Guillermo Rigondeaux. We'll call that 117.5 pounds for the former world champion. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the co-main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBA Bantamweight Championship of the World. Guillermo El Chacal Rigondeaux versus Liborio Solis. And at this time, we'll hand the microphone duties over to Steve FARHOOD, Showtime's Hall of Fame broadcaster.
Felix De Jesus will translate. Can you ask Liborio? He's 37 years old. It's been 6 years since he's been a world champion. How hungry is he? How badly does he want this title?
Bueno, primero que nada, buenas tardes a todo el público y bueno, la misma hambre de siempre, con ganas de coronarme campeón el día sábado si Dios así los quiere. Así que vamos con todas, sin miedo de perder nada y mucho que ganar. Agarré como guerrero en todas mis batallas.
First of all, good afternoon to everybody. Thanks for being here. And always the same hunger to win that championship again. It's been a while, so I want it back. With faith in God, I'll get it back tomorrow.
We know what kind of fighter Liborio is. He's a pressure fighter. Rigondeaux in the past has always been a master boxer. But his last fight, he stood and fought. What kind of fight is he expecting from Rigondeaux tomorrow night?
Mira, la pelea que yo espero mañana es que él venga como quiera, que yo lo recibo como venga. Si él se quiere parar, que se para. Si se quiere caminar, que camine. Por tal, los guerreros son guerreros hasta la muerte y nosotros vamos a morir arriba del ring. Y él sabe que nosotros, ninguno de los dos, tenemos que perder esta oportunidad y tenemos que darlo todo por todo, tanto para ganar un título como para también ganar el público y ganar el espectáculo.
First of all, I want to state that me as Guillermo, we're both warriors, so we're both going to give a great show out there. If he comes out boxing, then I'll box him. If he comes out with pressure, like he did in the last fight, then I will come out that way. We're both wanting this fight. We know it's a great opportunity, and I'm going to show the best of me tomorrow.
Good luck. Buena suerte.
Thank you.
Step in here. We'll talk to Guillermo Rigondeaux. Fighters who are 39 years old are not supposed to drop down in weight. It's very unusual. How does he feel at bantamweight?
Mira, bueno, buenas tardes a todos, gracias por venir. Bueno, primeramente, en realidad este es mi peso y el peso que siempre he peleado, lo que yo siempre he peleado en la 122, pero este real es mi peso.
This is really my weight. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks for showing up. And this is my weight always, 118. I fought at 122, but I feel very comfortable at 118.
Ronnie Shields, your trainer, says that at 39 years old, you have not lost any speed, any quickness. How is that possible? What is your secret?
Bueno, el secreto es en el gimnasio, el responsable es Ronnie, que ni más ni menos, lo que yo necesito para cada pelea, que es lo que hemos hecho hasta ahora, y vamos a seguir.
Well, the responsible of this is Ronnie Shields. He takes me into the gym. If I need a lot of work, he'll give me a lot of work. If I don't, I don't. He just takes me at the pace that I need at this age, and I'm perfect at this age.
Last question. Obviously, everybody knows you as a master boxer. With Ceja, you stood and fought. Which style will he use tomorrow night?
Bueno, como quiera, eso, el boxeo es como una matemática, parado y sin correr. Aquí no hace falta corretaje para ganar la pelea y se va ajustando uno a lo que traiga el contrario.
Boxing is like mathematics, so we're going to adjust to whatever the fighter brings. We can box, and of course, what you saw in the last fight, I can also bring that tomorrow.
Good luck. Buena suerte.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Allentown, Pennsylvania, Premier Boxing Champions presents the official weigh-in for the featured attraction of the evening, brought to you by TGB Promotions, Kings Promotions, and Showtime, sponsored by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. Our main event of the evening is 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. Let's bring our fighters to the stage at this time. First, the challenger, fighting out of Los Angeles by way of Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. He was the 2012 Olympic silver medalist. He is currently the undefeated WBC #1 ranked featherweight contender. Please welcome King TUGSTSOGT NYAMBAYAR. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, is the defending world champion. Hailing from Capitol Heights, Maryland, he'll be making the 5th defense of his title. Please welcome the reigning WBC featherweight champion of the world, Mr. Gary Russell Jr. And we're going to bring our fighters to the scale at this time for the WBC Featherweight World Title bout. The weight limit is a very strict 126 pounds. First to the scale, the challenger. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 11 wins, no losses, and 9 of his wins coming by way of knockout. He'll be making his first attempt at a world title. Please welcome the challenger, King TUGSTSOGT NYAMBAYAR. $125.7 pounds. We'll call that 125 3/4 pounds for the challenger, TUGSTSOGT NYAMBAYAR. And now we invite the defending world champion to the scale with a record of 31 wins, 1 loss. He has 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the renowned, reigning and defending WBC featherweight champion of the world, Mr. Gary Russell Jr. $125.1 pounds. We'll call that an even 125 pounds, a trim and ready weight for the defending world champion, Mr. Gary Russell Jr. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main event of the evening. Tomorrow night, WBC Featherweight Championship of the World, Mr. Gary Russell Jr., King TUGSTSOGT NYAMBAYAR. It's the main event live on Showtime. Once again, Steve Farhood, Showtime Hall of Famer. Take it away, Steve.
Tug, I see you're wrapped in the Mongolian flag. Everybody in Mongolia is going to be watching this. 3 million people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Does that add pressure? Do you feel pressure?
No, I don't feel
Why not?
fresh. No, I'm just ready to fight. This fight's mine.
Gary Russell has been very respectful about you, saying that you're a very accomplished fighter, silver medalist in the Olympics. What can we expect? Why are you going to beat him tomorrow night?
No, this is just my fight. I'm here to win.
We wish you luck.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight against great champion.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Gary Russell Jr., always a pleasure. You have been respectful of Tug. And do you feel on paper, at least, that he might be the toughest opponent, toughest challenger you've had during your reign as WBC champion?
My toughest challenge is myself. I never focus on my opponent. You know, my toughest challenge is preparing myself to the best of my ability. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's going to bring his physical best. He has everything to gain and nothing to lose. But I feel as though he needs a little more than that.
What's going to be the difference?
Speed, punching power, ring generalship, boxing IQ. All day in the paint.
You have two of your younger brothers fighting on this card. It's always a family affair with your dad training you. Talk a little bit about what your long-range plans are that include your brothers. Because the Kameda brothers are the only three brothers who have all held world titles. But the Russells might be right behind.
We definitely might be right behind them. I believe that we can definitely make that happen. And I want to be able to be the set of brothers that help make history when it comes to that as well.
And you'll be working the corners tomorrow, correct?
Of course, of course.
Do they pay you? They give you a little something?
I don't need my brothers to pay me. I do it for free. I do it for fun. You know, it's something that I genuinely enjoy doing, and supporting my younger brothers is definitely what I want to do. You know, and hopefully he gonna get these W's to come tomorrow night.
We wish you luck, Gary.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Anytime. Our appreciation and gratitude for those of you joining us online, on streaming online, for joining us here this afternoon. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night on a big night of action brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. We're live on Showtime. And bringing to your attention, we'll have more fights coming in, weighing in right now for our big night of action, once again taking place tomorrow night at PPNL Center here in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Fighters, before we begin weigh-ins, I just want to remind you, after you weigh in, do not...
I focus on me being the best that I could possibly be. Because I know if I'm on my game, there's nobody out here that's going to be able to deal with everything that I bring. God willing, we get through King Tug. He's more technically sound than a lot of the other guys that's competing right now. There's a couple people that I definitely want to fight. Got a decent little hit list. I'll level match with Leo Santa Cruz. If we can't get that fight, I'm definitely planning on moving up in weight. Straight to 35. Of course. I think I bring too much of a challenge, too much of a threat. Too much intellect, too much speed, too much power, ring generalship. If he come across me, I'ma burn his ass up. I'ma burn him up.